One of the questions that I had that came through from Jason, it was a bit longer, but the crux of it really was, how do I protect my candidate introduction? So that could be, the typical comment from a client is, oh, we're connected to that person on LinkedIn, or that person already knows our company, or they're on our database. Can you speak to that a bit, Martin?
Yeah, look, it's actually related to the number one question, right? Because to bore you, and I'm not going to be talking about indemnities, but to bore you about contract 101, you can't form a contract after the fact. So the thing with unsigned terms of business is it gives clients the opportunity to say there is no binding contract. And so this feeds into this whole question of, when do I introduce candidates? When do I basically release my intellectual property? I mean, that's your asset, your candidate detail. So if you haven't got your processes and your paperwork in place, that's the first drop off, because you don't have a defendable position. So I always talk to my clients about, yes, signed terms of business is the best. Understand that you don't always get them signed, but what else are you doing through the process to create an audit trail, what I call an audit trail of paperwork? So are you following up with cover emails when you're introducing candidates? Are you reinforcing the key aspects of your offer and your service? We will charge you, this is an introduction for which we charge you a fee. This is how we calculate our fee. This is when the fee is payable, and these are our payment terms. So having that even in cover emails, I don't see that very often. And when I have agencies come to me with fee disputes, that's the first thing I'll ask. Well, what have you got? Oh, we had a conversation. We've talked about it. The client wanted me to work fast. And so if you don't have those terms in place, you don't have a defendable position. So to answer Jason's question, yes, you want something in your terms of business, but if that's a natural tension in your business, you probably need to find another way through the process to address that. Because if that's what a client's saying, they're also saying, well, we don't want to pay you. That's what I hear. Pushing back. Why are they pushing back? And are you going to continue to do service and continue to expose yourself, or are you going to have that conversation? Because even if you put in the best terms of business in place and you have that defendable position, you're still potentially going to be pursuing that fee, because the client is signaling that they don't really want to pay you a fee.
Yeah, they're not valuing what you do. But it's interesting, isn't it? And over time, it's got harder with LinkedIn as well and social media, because, clients will often collapse, or we know somebody with the recruitment process, and they're two different things. And I found, towards just the last few years, having those conversations and justifying that being connected on LinkedIn or social media isn't recruitment, and almost pulling the two apart. And saying, well, if you want to pay for being connected on social media, that's one thing. Or if you want me to do a recruitment job and find the best person in the market, that's a different thing.